evening. So, a question that's been on my mind for a long time. What is the best way to own an ounce of gold? And I've been thinking about this a lot recently, that if I had my time again and could go back in, and do things differently, would I change my approach to stacking? So what I've got here is I've got an ounce of gold, obviously a 1 ounce Buffalo gold coin. There we go. There she is, pretty standard. I've got 10 1/10 gold coins, and we got 31 1 gram bars. I'm not going to get everyone out and show you, you'll just have to trust me that these are obviously all 1 gram bars here. Now, obviously there is 31 grams in a troy ounce, I realise that, but for the purposes of this, obviously you just have to accept the fact that I'm just trying to, obviously the 1/10, that's going to be a bit of a problem, but essentially we've got 3 ounces of gold here in different formats. And my question is one better than the other? Historically, I've always liked the 1 gram bars because obviously they're relatively low cost in the grand scheme of things. You can chug along and pick them up. If your financial situation is such that you might struggle to buy a 1/10 or a 1 ounce coin, then I think it's the perfect solution. There's a lot of hate out there about the premiums you pay on them, but as I always allude to, whatever the spot price now for a gram of gold in the UK, whatever it is, £50 a gram, you will not find that by the time you've paid postage, many places, I don't think anywhere where you'll be able to buy it for £50 a gram. Okay, so the premium will be high. Obviously you're going to pay £60 or £65 a gram from a dealer. You might get a bit cheaper on it on Facebook or some other group. You probably won't get it cheaper on eBay, but I mean that's the price of entering the market in terms of small gold. If that's the way you want to accumulate it, that's what I see, and I don't really see it as too much of a big deal, because when all's said and done, the extra, obviously if you compare the 1 ounce gold price, compared to buying an ounce of 31 1 gram bars, obviously there's a couple of £100 difference, yeah, but the trade-off is that you haven't had to have the capital outlay of putting all your money into a 1 ounce gold coin. And so I believe that I do like the 1 gram, and I think it's fine. As the 1/10, I think is a really good option because it's a decent size and it allows you to, if you want to, I don't know, buy a bit more, but at the same time you don't want to go too overboard. It's a nice way of accumulating a decent stack, and they're very liquid. I think they're a great size coin to collect. Again, the downside is going to be the premium. You're going to pay much more of a premium than you would if you just went out and bought a 1 ounce coin. That said, it's down to everyone's personal situation. I like all 3 of these personally, but I think that there is no perfect solution. There is no holy grail amount. It's down to every individual's personal circumstances. And the 1 ounce is great. I really like the fact that the 1 ounce is kind of, in lots of ways, it's the cleanest way. You haven't got to carry around all these, bits and bobs and keep track of it all. It's just nice and solid and clean. There it is, and it's lovely. So obviously the downside of that is that it's significantly more to come up with the funds to buy a 1 ounce gold coin. And you could say for some people it could be a risk to put a significant amount of money into that when they may need to liquidate it to pay for, unforeseen bills or anything that might crop up, which we've all talked about to death. The problem of people going crazy and going all in and then having to go down can sell their gold or 1 ounce coins for about 10-15% under spot, which is going to be a crushing thing to do. Whereas if you had to raise some money and say you thought, well, I've got 31 grams here, I'd take 5 grams in and raise, 250, 300 bucks. I've still got 25 grams left, and that's great. And then, maybe I need to liquidate more. It's fine. You've still got some left, So the question is, there are other sizes, obviously. We've got a 1/2 ounce, we've got sovereigns, we've got 1/4 ounce. But I boiled it down to these 3 because I feel they're kind of, in my opinion, the best sizes to collect. 1/2 ounce I don't really like that much, although don't get me wrong, not, for the right price I would have a buy a 1/2 ounce coin. Sovereigns are a good size, and I do like a 1/4 ounce a lot, actually. But I think for me, my optimum size for stacking for now and in the future is the 1/10. And the reason is because I just feel that the balance between, for me, it hits a lot of different touch points in terms of the fact that they're nice to look at, you can collect them, and there's lots of different designs, mints from all around the world. It's a nice, easy fractional breakdown. We know that basically 10 is an ounce, and there's no confusion there. It's still gives you the flexibility to liquidate a portion of them and leave you with something for the rainy day if you need to. So and they're easy to obviously transport, distribute. It's nice and clean and obvious. They're renowned sizes. They're produced from mints all around the world. When it comes to sending them through the post, if you should need to do that, they're not going to cause any issues. If you send a couple of these through, you can live with it if there should be a problem. You send 2 or 3 of these through the post, I don't care whether you've got insurance or not. We're talking, I will be seriously worried about sending 2 or 3 ounces through the post. You could say, well, this is fine. You could send, if I had to send 60, 90 packs of 1 gram bars through the post, I mean, it's a bit messy. And I think for me, obviously, they just do it for me, the 1/10 really. I do like 1 gram bars. You could collect 5 gram bars for, there are so many different options and sizes of coin and bar. So I'm really not trying to say that one is better than the other, just in my own personal opinion. My favourite size to stack at the moment in gold is a 1/10. I think that, I mean, it's tricky. It is really tricky because I do like the 1 ounce coins a lot. I just like the fact it's just so solid, such a good weight, and you go into a coin dealer, there you go, thanks very much. It's all very nice and easy to verify. Whereas something like these, there are fakes around. We know about that. Somebody buying them remotely might be a bit, worried. I know all these have been faked as well, but it's I guess it's all down to what you're comfortable with, really, and where you're buying from, and whether what your plan is. If you want to, I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you wanted to buy 10 ounces of gold for an investment to stick under the bed for 10 years, you buy them, 10 of those, stick it in their capsules in a little pouch, tucked away. It's all nice. There it is, nice and clean, simple, no problems at all. You're buying 1 gram bars from around the world, random mints. Is that good or bad? Does it matter? I don't know. Some people might not like the bared mint. Some people, you could say, well, don't buy those. But I mean, it's tricky. Some people might not like Britannia's, you know. If you want to go solid, I guess you can say if you just buy your local, your governmental mint 1 ounce bullion coin, which is in this, from obviously in America it's the Buffalo, you buy Eagles, and you play it safe and stick with that. Maybe you like collecting and stacking, and you could buy some other coins from around the world. But really, in reality, it's all bullion, it's all gold. You want something that other people are going to be comfortable about buying in your region or in your country, if that's where you plan to sell it. And some people, you know, in England, who might have trouble shifting this. For all I know, people don't want to pay the premium on it. They're just not that fond of it. It's 1 ounce of gold, but you'd be surprised. People are very funny and superstitious. They like their gold the way they like it, and they will not be told or buy it from another mint. You know, I totally get that. I understand that. Some people will buy 1 gram bars loose. Some people will only buy them sealed in a pack. You know, it's each to their own, really. So that's it, really. Let me know what your favourite size to stack is, and you know, we can get a discussion going on whether, you know, there is anything more optimal than this. You know, maybe you like a 1 ounce bar, you know, over a 1 ounce coin. I like the fact that in the UK you don't pay CGT on capital gains tax, that is, on coins. You do on bars. So that's an advantage for us in the UK. Maybe there's other reasons that you know, people have experience of when it comes to shifting their gold or stacking. So anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you've got any questions or comments, and see you soon.